Hello, and welcome back to another Nikon F tutorial. And this time I will actually show you how the viewfinder is taking apart. This is the viewfinder for the Nikon F, and yeah, it looks pretty old. And I just want to take some, what do you say, dust, and I mean the viewfinder doesn't look really good. Inside here there's a lot of dirt, and so how to actually get into it, because you cannot take the eyepiece out separate, so you need you need to open the viewfinder itself and taking out the prism, and of course it's sit in a frame, but there are also 4 screws, which you probably can see, one there, and there, for the eyepiece. So how about to get into it? I mean, there's no screws underneath here to see. Of course you have to take off the leather. So and in this old camera it sits pretty tight. I begin to take it apart just to see how it looks inside before I made the film. So how actually to get it off? Well, I begin with my dentist tool spade here and lift it up, but it took a while. So I found out, okay, I will use my hairdryer. I mean, this old hairdryer OBH, and I set it on 1000 watt, and yeah, it's just enough to softening the leather here, not to melt it. I mean, take care of not going too close to it, because it will melt. So I just take an old glove, which is very handy for that task here, and then set it on to 1000 watt, and then soften it just a little. So let's see how it can go. You see, it's already much softer than it was. And then use the spade underneath. And you maybe have to do it maybe 2-3 times, because it will not disturb the leather. Not leather, but it looks like it is. But it is just plastic that looks like leather. So, and let's continue. Oh, it gets hot. You probably also can use a pin, wooden thing with soft corners, but I really like this dentist tool, which I have used in a lot of films. It's also good when you have old raleigh flakes or raleigh cord or some of those cameras. You see, it can be done, but some of the old glue is really hard. but you can see it actually works really good. It looks like it was more take care of doing so. Just draw it off. It can actually break easy. And let's see how it works. And of course it gets more lightened up, but then you can use some shoe polish, black, and then have it look fine again. I would guess so. So we're almost there. And have a good grip on it, because so it will not just flow around. I mean on the prism here. So, and then the corner here. So we're almost there. So, wow, looks like a butterfly. Now you can see no screws. I mean, there's only some. There are actually 4. Oh, we need some light. There's some light here, so it's better. There are 4 small thin lids on here, cover for the screws. And to lift them up, I would just use a sharp knife to get it open. Of course, take care of your finger. It looks like it's brass or something. The camera are really, I mean, it's built like a like it should last for I don't know how many 100 years, and it probably will. A tweezer couldn't do that, so therefore the very sharp tip here is a very good thing to do. Okay, there we have 4 screws, 1 in each corner, flathead screws. And one should take care of, because there should be some washers. If I look into the repair manual for this camera, which is actually very good. I found the repair manual at arcticwolf.net, which you also can find it. So the best thing to do is just have the, we should cover it with something like a piece of cloth, not to do like that, so it's better. Now loosen all four screws. There's also a lot of glue here, and they are not magnetic, those. Yes, they are. Okay, good. It will be easier to assemble the thing again. And the last one here. I haven't been into this prism yet. I only looked at the repair manual for this. So the only reference I have is that the repair manual. So let's see if I lift up the cover and see what's inside. So this is how it looks. Okay. Well, it looks okay compared to the repair manual. So this is really heavy brass. Well, quality. And there are 4 shims spacers here. And of course they have to sit on there again when assemble the prism. So better take them off. If I miss one, it will not be good. So there is 2 pieces of metal. It also looks like brass or something. See, the prism sits a little loose. Okay. Well, I will just take off the eyepiece and see what I actually can do. And there are 4 screws here, where you can see these there, and there. And we take them apart. There, I don't think there's any adjustment for this one. It is just as it is. So, just the 3 of the screws. And of course the last one. And they are non-magnetic. Yes. So, and just take out the eyepiece. Nothing really special about that. I mean, there are 2 screws, actually 4, that hold the lens, the back of the lens. I think there's only one. Looks like that. The repair manual doesn't tell that how many lenses is in here, but it's really dusty, and so. But I also want to take out the prism itself. So how to do that? Well, I could take off those 2, but I figure out here there's a plate on front here with 2 screws that I would guess if I take that plate out, I can slide the prism out itself. So I want to do that. They are also non-magnetic screws. Okay, do you mind stay there? Where did it go? No, found it later. See, there's a kind of, it looks like it's a kind of foam that I mean should be renewed. But what I hope, but I don't know yet, but I hope it could just be slided out here. But it's not possible. So I need to take out those two. And looks like there's no adjustment for that. And I guess it can only sit, no, it can sit there. And it can also sit there. So just in case of something, I would just put a mark here, so I know where things sit when I assemble it again. And still not possible to take out. Come on. So and so now it should be possible to lift it out. Well, I guess so. But it isn't. Why? Because there is a frame, a kind of a half frame on the back here. So I also need to take that out. Well, should be easy. Maybe it's not the correct way of doing this, but looks like it's the only possible way to do it. And then, but how about now? Yeah. It looks like, where is my spade? So one have to push against this. Of course it sits in the foam. And do it on the other side. So now it looks like it's free. And wow, a lot of dirt, as you can see here. Really. Just zoom out a little. And maybe maybe if I take this off, it would be much easier to clean the back of the prism. But it looks actually okay. Just a lot of dirt. Now I can see I need to change my battery, so okay, we continue. After a little break with some to drink and change my battery in the camera, we'll just continue. And a few details about this old foam here, and I also get a glove. This foam is really bad condition, so I found some other, which is for insulation of the window frame. This is really soft, and it gets very thin, as you can see when I press it. It will get really thin. Maybe I should zoom out a little more. So here we are. Now I want to get rid of the dirt here of the old foam. So how about doing that? I mean, one could take it away with this kind of tool, but you also have to take care of the painting on the silvering of the prism. So don't push too hard. I mean, it looks like it's really hard surface. One thing I don't understand is why put they those metal on to press on the prism. I don't know, but because it will over time of course scratch the paint on the prism here. There are some marks on here, and also on the front here, and it can probably be seen over time when the foam will to fall apart. Also on the front here, but I would guess it should be renewed, but I have not the original, so I will just put on some foam, which I have, and it will get very thin. But anyway, just do this frame. It looks like there's really a lot of life in there, old life, so just take this off, and it will I will just put on some new foam, adhesive foam, and put it back in the housing. So it looks fine. This is, I mean, this is a tutorial about it. One can do whatever they want to find that way they found best. This is just my way. So, and I hope somebody can use it, the information. Also, the back of the frame here, the housing, needs to be renewed with the foam. Oh, out of frame. Sorry for that. So one can build up the foam with 2-3 pieces, and it will also act as a light trap foam. So, yep, sir. It fits okay here. Another tweezer. So, and then put this on here. Something like that. And another, which I actually will put on the back of the frame here. So, and oh gosh, it's so sticky. Yeah. Well, better to use the tweezer. You see, it looks a lot thicker than it actually is when it's pressed together. So I guess it would work. Maybe not. Go away. Now, and I think I also would put on some on the front here. I don't know if it will work, but hopefully. It will. I think it would be something like that. And you see, if I press it together, so it will almost just paper thin. So there shouldn't be any problem with put that in, but it's just to keep the prisms from fooling around. Now, do some cleaning. I already put a fingerprint on here, but it doesn't really matter. So how to do that? Well, I would guess a sensor cleaning pin and some Eclipse would work. I mean, at least I will try. So just a few drops on it, and then do some. Well, I mean, they work, but you can see there's still some marks around, and I would like to get rid of those. So we're better do some real cleaning. Just need some PEC-PAD, which is really good. And some kind of a tool that put the prism into a more safer. What to do? Hold on a second, just a short break. Okay, I found a solution. That's just the light diffuser from a flash. It's a Nikon flash. Of course, yes, it's a Nikon tutorial. So, and I put a piece of cloth, a lens cleaner cloth, and then make a kind of a bed for this little prism. Sleep tight. So, now it's in safe place and we can work with it. So, where's my lens tissue? And then the hard stuff, just some Zippo lighter fluid, and then add it all over the and then draw it gently. Well, we can do it again. Some would say acetone could also be used, but maybe it needs some in the edge. Just give it a try. See if I can get rid of it. Yes, it works. Well, it looks like it's really good. And of course I also need to clean this part. So I will just do it again on this side and put it safe in place, and then add some lighter fluid. Just do it again. Well, lighter fluid do something, but the Eclipse do other thing. So there is not only one solution for, looks like this not going away. I mean, yeah, just to get some, maybe I would try some isopropylalcohol, 99%, which sometimes is also okay for something. Just for see how actually works and what does not really work. Looks like it's kind of haze, which it maybe is. It's not good. It looks like it's haze. So I want to try some Hydrogenperoxid. So just a second. Now then I will try to add some Hydrogenperoxid and just do it with a cotton bud. I know I'm out of frame, but let's see what we can do. And if they have any effect. It looks like something has happened. And then, now that's really interesting. So, and then take away the rest of it. Okay, well, it actually works. Interesting. It does really have a very good effect on this. Wow. I mean, before it was really, matte or something. And now that's very, very interesting. So one could use with a much better result cleaning the the viewfinder or other glasses. So what I will do, I will just try to use more of it on the viewfinder. I mean the bottom part of the prism. And then add it like this and let it stay for a while, or just maybe put a finger on here and then draw all the way over. Well, to me it really makes a big difference. So just add the eclipse and then draw it all the way over. Now that's clean. What a huge difference to first use the hydrogen peroxide, and then after that the eclipse. And also for the back of the prism, what a huge difference. Wow, interesting, very interesting. So so I think I'll just put this back into the housing. Hold on a second. Where did it go? Okay, here. And then put in this absolutely clean prism. Something like that. Whew. That was absolutely interesting to see how hydrogen peroxide will affect on cleaning lens or prism surface. And then I should just add this frame in here. So yeah, I think it will work perfect. Oh, it was not magnetic. So, and the other screw here. Oh, shit. No, 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 no. So cleaning solutions are not, there's not only one. There's a lot of different, but to me it really works with the hydrogen peroxide. Now then I will just add this. See, there's not much pressure on this one. I could just bend this a little, which maybe will work. I will just do so. Something like that. And of course the other one, just a little. Doesn't have to make much pressure on it, because it doesn't need that much pressure. So one screw there, and haven't tightened it yet. Tighten it yet. So will it push a lot on it? No, not really. Have to bend it more, and I would guess it would be better. The holes are big enough for make some adjustment. So there is a and something like that. Now this is really good. Wow, it looks like it's completely new with cleaning. So let's see how to put the front on. They're really short, those front screws. So it looks okay to me. Let's see how it will fit in here. Yeah, I'm happy. So how about the there should be some some kind of light trap here. So already it's not big enough, so I will cut it into a bigger piece. Say fine. Sticks on everything. So just cut it a little down. Something like that. I think it'll work okay. I mean, there will be no leak of light here. So how about the eyepiece itself? I mean, this one is ready to be put back into there. So how about this? Yeah, there are 4 screws that hold the. One thing to mention, if looking at the viewfinder itself, you can see it's not the same on the what to say, is miss a part here, and of course it miss a part over here. So how should it face? Well, if I put it in this way, it can be put in this way, but it's not the correct way of doing it. So it has to sit like that. So the underside of the prism and this missing part here, which is not missing, it should be like that. So the eyepiece should be put in like this, just so you know. Now I will just take it apart and take out the eyepiece glass. Oh, those are really tight, tiny, those screws. And there is a plate inside. Of course they are non-magnetic. There is a plate in here which actually hold the piece of glass, and just to mention how they should sit. One side is straight, the other side is curved, as you can see. So the curved side has to be put in against the glass, just so you know. The screws are non-magnetic, so must be made of brass, I would guess so. And there's nothing to adjust, just those piece of metal. Now, I don't know if there are 2 or more glass, but I would guess there is only 1. So I can just pop in my hand like that. Yeah, okay. It's a cemented 2 piece of glass, as you can see here. So just to remember how it should face, it looks like it's the same on each side, so there's no problem with that. I will just, for my own, add a small scratch on the glass, just so I remember how it should sit. So this is the back. So the thick part here should face backward like that. So it should sit like that. And of course the upper side is also. But if you just put a mark on, you will have no problem with that. So, but it needs really to be cleaned. And I think I will just do something with the hydrogen peroxide and see how it will work when it's on its best. And of course we could just put it in here. Stay there for a moment, short moment. And just do the viewfinder frame. Just do some cleaning of that. So, and something like that. It will be almost new. So that's it. And back to the viewfinder piece. And this is a tweezer with rubber ends, which is also good for taking out flexible cable from contacts. Now this piece of glass has sit into the hydrogen peroxide, and maybe it will have some effect. I don't know yet, but we'll see. Then I need a piece of cloth and put it on. So here it is there, and then I can try to use some some lens cleaner. The eyepiece glass itself is a bit worn out. I mean, the glass surface, maybe someone had used something to clean it, and when, well, let's see if he does something, but we can just do it again on the other side. Just to see if I can get the dirt on in the edge of the the surface of the glass has some well, it's been better, especially on the inside, but the outside of the glass, maybe somebody has used some, I don't know, to clean the glass, and it not turn out to be fine. But yeah, so it is. If we have some lens glass here. Well, at least it turned out to be much better than it was, so it's fine with me. So I can just put this back into the eyepiece housing. And then the small piece of metal. And the other screw. Okay. No. So here we are. Well, right now it will not fall out, so it will be fine. And the next, so put it in and flip it over, so you have better control of what you're doing. Okay, little tiny screw, do you mind going here? So, It has to say click or something when the screw hit the thread, and it's when working with those small parts is important because you can very easy damage the screw, or I mean the screw head, or the nut, or the part you screw things in. So be very aware of when the screw sits correct. So, I mean, that was part of it. And remember how it should face, something like that. And that is just for putting things in place. And I remember something about, no, it was non-magnetic. We'll just let it stay there and add a screw using a tweezer. And hopefully we can get it to sit. Yeah. And another screw up in the corner here. So we are almost there. So wow, it'll be like new. Maybe it doesn't look really nice, but it works. And no one will of course see it. I mean, it's just me. And maybe one can buy some parts, and maybe the correct foam, I don't know. I just use what I have. So that was it. I mean, most of it. Maybe the foam on the front here is a bit too, yeah, thick. Or maybe I should have removed the old, I don't know. But to me, it works. So how about the small spacers here? Those there. They have to be put on here. And to have more control of what actually happened, I will just add a few, I mean a tiny drop of glue, just because it will make it a lot easier to when putting on the top cover. I mean, not that much. It could be contact glue or something. Just whatever people have. It doesn't have to be that fancy. And up here. So, and raise the lid. And then add the small spacers. Something there. And the last one. On with the lid, and we are done. So, and then the lid on. Just to check if the small spacers are in place, which I hope they are. It looks okay. Hopefully it will work. Yeah. There, and another one. And the last one. So, it's really good. And then add the small lids on over each screw. Just doing a little glue. Doesn't need to be that special. So, something like that. first one here. Okay, well, it could be something that needs a little more glue. Just a little. Something like that. And then the top which is a bit hard at the moment, so I will just soften it a little with my hair dryer. Let's get warm. And then add some doesn't need to be that much, but at least some glue. So it dries really quickly, this universal glue. Then put it on, and to make it fit better, I would just warm it up a little. And hopefully the glue is not dried out too much. Wow, it fits better. It fits fine. And it looks like something from something like 1962. But well, it's okay for now. So this old viewfinder, eye level finder, is back to life with a much cleaner viewfinder. So yeah, that's all for now. I can just click it on my camera and then it's back to life. So bye bye.